Hello, my name is John Tidswell and I am the Social Studies Consultant for Edmonton Catholic Schools. This video is a series of short videos or webinars on a number of topics of interest to teachers. This is part of the work of the Transform Initiative. Edmonton Catholic Schools Transform Initiative helps teachers engage students in meaningful learning opportunities. Transform is a multifaceted approach to professional development aimed at helping teachers understand and adapt to the changes happening in our educational system. This work will support all students in becoming engaged thinkers and ethical citizens with an entrepreneurial spirit. We want students to analyze information critically and make discoveries, build relationships based upon humility, fairness, and open-mindedness, as well as to create opportunities and achieve goals through hard work, perseverance, and discipline. This video will look at some of the important resources or important sources that we have for teaching resources. The types of resources we will be looking at are specific lessons, projects, and activities that engage students. Obviously, there are thousands of locations that we can look to for resources, but this video will highlight some of the most important ones available to us and the ones that apply to all subjects. Learn Alberta is a site created by Alberta Education and is Alberta Education's primary way of distributing teaching resources to teachers. The navigation of this site is relatively simple, but it is important to appreciate the depth and breadth of the material here. There are 3 levels of access to Learn Alberta. You can access some resources without logging in at all. You can access most of the resources by logging in with our jurisdictional password, which is LA122953. When you go to Learn Alberta from an ECSD computer, you are automatically logged in jurisdictionally. An individual account gives you access to all of the material, as well as location called My Workspace to help you keep track of resources you find here. There is no cost for any of this. Use the resource search tool to narrow your criteria based upon subject, grade, audience, language, or resource, media format, or learning resource type. Another great way of locating resources on Learn Alberta is to search by program of studies. This is an outstanding tool that allows us to locate specific outcomes in the curriculum and identify whether there are any resources at Learn Alberta related to this outcome. Another thing that you will want to look at here at Learn Alberta is the Online Reference Center. This brings together a number of resources students can use for research and inquiry work. Many of these resources are subject and grade specific. The next tab on the Learn Alberta site is actually the distributed learning resources that are used for distance learning. To access the teacher-only material on this tab, you must have a personal account. There's a wealth of material here, but it's not always appropriate for in-class use. Nevertheless, there are some great ideas here worth considering and resources that you definitely could use in the classroom. So as you can see, Learn Alberta is really an outstanding resource with a large amount of resources and teaching ideas for you. The Alberta Assessment Consortium, or AAC, is one of the greatest resources we have access to in this province. The login is ECS, and the password for this site is assess. These people are the experts in assessment, which is really a big part of teaching today. I would encourage you to check out their performance assessments. These activities, which are based upon the Alberta curriculum, engage students, develop critical thinking, encourage innovation, and provide quality assessment. When it comes to creating rubrics for the Alberta curriculum, these people are the best. They have a plethora of tools to help you create the right rubric for your lesson, including criteria for designing them, samples of rubrics, word walls, templates, and other tools. AAC has done tremendous work in the area of formative assessment. The Scaffolding for Success publication and scaffolding section on their site deals with formative assessment. Scaffolding tools provide a framework for student self-reflection, peer coaching and teacher feedback, and enable teachers to harness the power of specific, descriptive feedback to support students and move learning forward. Another Alberta site that has ideas and resources for teachers is tolearn.ca, which is an organization whose mission is to initiate, advocate, and share with educators technology-enriched teaching, learning, and leadership options for tomorrow. This includes a number of teacher and student sites on a number of topics. While ToLearn does have a technology focus, there is a wealth of specific lesson ideas and resources available to you here. Also, most of us realize that technology is part of teaching today and must be integrated with our teaching. Another place that I hope that you are all aware of, and probably should be the first place you go for teaching ideas, is the ECSD portal. Learning Services is a department of Edmonton Catholic Schools whose job it is to support teachers in the classroom. Much of the work of our department is in identifying, organizing, and delivering professional development to Edmonton Catholic staff. Each curriculum consultant is responsible for creating a site on the portal that is used to distribute learning resources. Curriculum consultants usually have resources directly on this site, as well as links to locations that have specific lessons and projects teachers can use. While every consultant is different in the amount and the organization of their resources, every curriculum consultant has a multitude of specific lessons for their curricular area. Consultants can be contacted directly if you wish to meet to discuss specific resources you can use in your teaching. As you can see, there are many places that we can go to look for specific lessons and projects with our students. While the teacher resource book that came with your student resource may have some good suggestions, we are not limited to what the publisher suggests. So be sure to check out some of the resources we've looked at here and see if there's anything you can find that will help make you a better teacher.